So introduction tayo para mas maintindihan nating mabuti. Using the the power triangle. So let's say ito. 'Di ba yung mga loads natin, meron yang mga reactances, kaya ganito yung power triangle. So let's say this is the old P, tapos ito yung mataas, kadalasan medyo mataas yung kanilang Q, and then kaya mataas yung angle, 'di ba? This is the angle of the power factor. Mas mataas yung Q, mas bumubuka yung triangle natin, mas bumababa yung power factor. Kaya nga ang ginagawa sa problem, kino-correct natin. Bakit natin kino-correct? Pinapaliit natin yung angle, 'di ba? Pinapaliit natin yung pagkakabuka ng power triangle natin. And kapag ganito yung triangle na ginagawa natin, we are using only capacitors. So bakit ganon? 'Di ba? Ito yung Q cap. So ito yung Q cap na magpapababa. And then ito naman yung magiging Q nyo. At dahil capacitor nga yung idinagdag natin, hindi siya magko-contribute ng panibagong P. 'Di ba? Wala yung power na watts. Dahil kaya mas madali ito kesa sa, let's say, this is the old triangle. Kapag magdadagdag tayo ng motor, power factor using the motor, synchronous motor, meron tayong P old, dadagdagan yan ngayon ng P ng motor. And ganito yung magiging triangle natin na kinorek yung power factor. So, pero mag-focus muna tayo dito sa reinforcement ng using the capacitor. So, ayan. Using the Q, di ba makikita natin dito that yung Q old, yung malaking Q, yung pinagsama nating capacitor and bago. Kaya solving for the Q cap, this is Q old minus Q new. So using the Pythagorean or the SOHCAHTOA, di ba? The tangent theta is opposite over the adjacent. So we can say that Q is P tangent theta. So nagre-review lang tayo, no? Pero dito sa reinforcement na to, bibigyan tayo ng idea. So ano na kagad yung gagawin natin kapag ang question is about power factor correction. So dahil ito yung Q natin, P tangent theta, this will become P old tangent theta old minus P new tangent theta new. So dahil nga yung P new natin is equal to P old, di ba? Nung nagbago yung power factor, nung naglagay tayo ng capacitor, hindi naman nagbago yung P natin. Dito natin mapapansin na parehas P old lang yan. Kaya nga ang ginagamit nating formula kapag tayo ay gumagamit ng capacitor using the PF correction is ganito, di ba? Nakalabas yung P old, tapos tangent theta old na manggagaling sa old power factor, ima-minus natin yung tangent theta new na manggagaling naman sa ating new power factor. And ang sinosolve natin dito is the total bar of the capacitor. Ayan. So ito yung unang part. Kakabisaduhin natin tong part na yan. Next. Bali, ang idea natin kung ang topic is power factor correction using the capacitor, so solve kagad natin what is the Q cap na total. Ngayon, kung masosolve na natin yung Q cap na total, take note natin, so next step, take note ninyo what is the connection of the capacitors. The connection of the capacitors. Kasi di ba, after nating masolve yung Q cap, ang isosolve na natin ngayon is the XC per phase. Kung mapapansin niyo sunod-sunod yung steps natin na ganyan, no? Kapag nagsosolve tayo ng PF correction. After isolve yung Q cap, XC per phase na, and that is V per phase raised to 2 divided by the Q per phase. So kailangan, bago tayo mag-proceed dito sa XC, alamin ninyo what is the connection of the capacitor. So there are 3 possible. Una, single phase. Pangalawa, 3-phase Y. And pangatlo naman is 3-phase delta. So ano yung gagamitin nating Q-phase? Di ba kasi Kung kukunin natin yung XC, kailangan natin ng V tsaka ng Q. So ano daw yung gagamitin na Q phase tsaka V phase? So kapag single phase ang connection, hindi babanggitin sa problem na 3-phase, so i-assume natin na single phase. Ang gagamitin natin Q phase is kung ano na mismo yung nasolve nating total na capacitor Q, yung nasa step number 1 natin, yung kulay dilaw. And then, yung V phase natin is also the given line voltage. So, ayan yung gagamitin ninyong voltage and Q sa susunod na step. Pero kung iyan naman ay 3-phase tapos Y, yung Q cap total natin will be divided by 3. Kasi hahatiin na natin sa tatlong pase yung total na Q. And then, the V phase sa Y connection is VL over square root of 3. Next. Pagdating dito sa 3-phase delta, ganun pa din, no? Yung total capacitor natin na Q will be divided by 3 kasi 3-phase naman na yan. Pero alam naman natin that the line voltage is equal to the phase voltage kapag delta connected. So, ayan lang yung mga mahalagang part. So, after natin kunin yung XC, you can now find the C, di ba? Which is 1 over 2 pi F times the XC. So, ulitin natin, ha? If we are solving problems about PF correction using capacitor, nagpo-proceed kaagad tayo sa Q cap total, yung kulay dilaw na formula. And then, alamin niyo ano yung connection ng capacitor para alam natin ano yung V phase tsaka Q phase na gagamitin. So, may table naman na tayong ginawa. And after natin makuha si C, kukunin na natin yung XC. Mag-proceed na tayo sa problem para mabilis tayo. So, problem 1, a 3-phase 37.3 kilowatt 440 volt 50 Hz induction motor operates on full load with an efficiency of 89% and a power factor of 0.85 lagging. Calculate the total kVA rating of the capacitors required to raise the full load power factor at 0.95 lagging. So, ayun muna, kunin daw natin yung K-bar. So, lista natin yung given, yung power factor. So, the old power factor is 0.85 from the problem and the new power factor is 0.95 and ilista na din natin yung P kasi di ba P tangent theta yung formula natin. So, the given old P is 37.3 kilowatts. So, mag-proceed lang kagad tayo dito. What is the Q cap total? Yung kulay dilaw. So, the Q cap total is the P old 37.3 kilowatts tangent ng theta old minus tangent ng theta new. So, tangent, paano natin kukunin yung theta sa old power factor? Ia-arc cosine natin, di ba? Tangent of the arc cosine 0.85 minus tangent nung arc cosine ni 0.95. So, ayan. So, this will be the total capacitor. 37.3 kilo tangent arc cosine ni 0.85 tapos minus yung tangent arc cosine ng 0.95. So this is sorry, may nakalimutan tayo. May binigay na efficiency. So wag natin kakalimutan, no, for every time that there is an efficiency, dinidivide natin siya. So 0.89. So, yung answer natin na to, divide natin by 0.89. 12.9198 kbar. So this is the first question, di ba? 12.198 kbar. So ayun yung unang tanong, what is the kVA rating ng ating capacitors? At dahil capacitor lang naman yan, kung ano yung var, ganun na din yung VA. So next, yung dalawang sumunod na question. Ano yung capacitance per phase if letter A, delta, tapos sa letter B, Y. So doon na magbabase yung formula natin na XC per phase is equal to V phase over Q phase. Diba? Ito na yon. Nasolve na natin yung dilaw. Susunod na tayo sa XC. So dito tayo sa delta. So from our table, para lang ma-review natin lahat, no? Kapag tayo ay nasa delta, parehas yung line tsaka yung phase, di ba? Sa 3 phase natin. And then the total will be divided by 3. So ganun natin isolve. So the V phase is still 440. So raised to 2. And then divide natin yung 12.198 kilo over 3, di ba? Ganyan yung Q phase natin. So this will be the XC per phase. So 440 raised to 2. And then yung answer natin na nakakilo divided by 3. 47.613. 47.613 ohms. So dahil ayan, alam na natin what is the XC, we can now find the C. 1 over 2 pi given by yung F. So 50 yung F dito. Ingat kayo sa F, no? Kung hindi ibibigay, 60. Pero lagi natin i-check kung binigay ba siya. 1 over 2 times pi times 50 times the answer. So 66, 'di ba? Para maging micro, ito. 66.85 microfarad. So 66.85 microfarad. That is the first answer para sa number 1. And for the letter B, star connected. Star connected or Y. So kunin ulit natin yung XC per phase. So kapag star connected naman ngayon, yung V phase niya is merong over square root of 3 raised to 2, and then ganun din naman ang Q kasi 3 phase, di ba? Balikan lang ulit natin to kung hindi pa talaga tayo sanay. Ayan. So Q cap kapag Y is i-divide natin by 3 yung total. So 12.198 kilo over 3. So hindi kasi tayo nag-store kaya ulitin na lang natin. 440 divided by square root of 3 raised to 2 tapos 12.198 kilo divided by 3. 15.871 naman. 15.871 ohm and solving for C, that is 1 over 2 pi fx, di ba? So 200 daw ang answer, sa key answer. So 2 times pi times 50 times 15.871. Ito naman, 200.56 micro. So that ends the first problem. Mabilis lang, di ba? Ulitin natin, no, kapag PF correction, isolve si Q cap na total. And then, after ma-determine what is the connection ng capacitor, isosolve natin si XC. So, alam na natin kasi kung gagamit ba tayo ng square root of 3 tsaka ng over 3. And then, kapag meron ng XC, madali na lang si C. Next, gamitin ulit natin. So, ito kasi, binuro kayo answer 11.45. So, baka nagkamali yung nagtatype ng question. Tapos, ayun yung ginamit niya sa capacitor. So, ito yung key answer natin, 11.55. For number 13, 440 volt 50 Hz induction motor takes a line current of 45 amperes at a power factor 0.8. 3 delta connected capacitors are installed to improve the power factor, and what will be the kVA, yung total kVA daw, tsaka yung capacitance ng each capacitor. So diretso tayo. Diba, diretso na tayo. The Q cap total is the P old tangent theta old minus tangent theta new. So, meron bang binigay na P? Wala, di ba? So, from the given quantities, ano ba yung formula ng P? Take note, baka makalimutan natin, meron tayong 3-phase. Bakit natin nalaman na 3-phase? Ang i-connect nating capacitor ay delta connected. So, ibig sabihin yan, yung load natin or yung old P natin is 3-phase din. So, kasi, formula for the P at 3-phase is square root of 3 VI PF. So, baka makalimutan natin kasi yung square root of 3. So, square root of 3 V. The current is 45. And then the old power factor, so P old yun kaya old power factor yung gamit, 0.8. Next, tangent of the arc cosine is 0.8 minus tangent of the arc cosine ng nu, 0.95. So this is our first answer, no, yung kVA rating ng capacitor bank. Square root of 3, 440 times 45, 0.8, and then tangent, arc cosine ni 0.8, tama na ba? Minus tangent, arc cosine ni 0.95. So 11,559. 11,559 bar or BA. Ayan na din yun. Next, sunod tayo sa question. What is the capacitance of each capacitor? Ulitin natin, kung meron ng Q cap total, take note of the connection ng capacitors. Delta. Para malaman natin, so para masabi natin that the Q phase is, i-divide natin sa 3, kasi 3 phase, and then the V phase is V line lang din naman, kasi delta connection. So solving for the XC phase, the Q thought that is V phase square over Q, di ba? So yung V square natin is 440, so wala nang square root of 3 kasi delta nga. And then the 11,559 will be divided into 3. So 440 raised to 2, tapos 11,559 divided by 3. Tama ba? 50.247. 50.247 ohms. And solving for C, 1 over 2 times pi, the given frequency is 50. And then yung XC natin na na-solve is 247, 50.247. 1 over 2 times pi times 50 times the answer. Ito. So in micro, 63.35 microcurrent. Ito yung una, ito yung pangalawa. Pasuyo sa mga BPS yun, no, kapag nawawala ako, hindi ko kasi, medyo mabagal kasi internet dito sa Tarlac. Pa-chat na lang sa GC kung nawawala. So I think may susunod pang problem. Ito. And isa na lang. Kasi madali lang, di ba? Yung PF correction using the capacitor. Dito tayo, a coil has a resistance of 10 ohms and an inductance of 46 millihenry. If it draws a current of 5 amperes when connected to 100 BRMS 60 Hz supply, what is the capacitor to be connected to correct the PF to 0.95? So, ang available lang natin na PF dito is the new 0.95. How about the old power factor? So, tingnan natin yung load. Diba? From the load, ayun kasi yung old natin, condition, meron ditong binigay na 10 ohm resistor and then ang kanyang inductor, so this is the vertical leg of the triangle which is the XL, is 2 pi F times 46 milli. So in this case, we can find the angle na old, di ba? That is the power factor. So for the theta old, we are going to use tangent. Tama? Tangent theta old is opposite. So 2 pi 60 times the 46 millihenry over adjacent. So diretsuhin na natin, solving for the theta old arctangent. So, shift tangent or pwede naman palang ito na 'no. Pero sige, solve muna natin yung theta. 2 times pi times 60 times 46 milli tapos divided by 10. So 60.03 degrees. 60.03 degrees. And 'di ba kasi nga kapag power factor correction, we are proceeding to Q cap total which is equal to P old and then tangent theta old minus tangent theta new. So available na dito yung theta old tsaka yung theta new. Yung new natin 0.95 pf and then yung theta old natin 60.03 degrees. Ang problema na lang natin ngayon, how are we going to find the theta old? The P old. So take note ang P old na ginagamit natin, P yan, hindi S. And the P has unit na watts. And between the resistor and the inductor, ang nagkakaroon lang ng power na watts ay si resistor. And take note, kung ang resistor natin ay meron ng kasamang inductance or capacitance, hindi na natin pwedeng gamitin yung formula na V square over R. Bagkus, ang ginagamit natin is I square R. So, tandaan natin yun, no? Hindi na pwedeng gamitin kasi magkakaroon na ng voltage drop. So, okay sana, pwede nyo gamitin yung V square over R basta alam niyo na yung V na ginagamit nyo doon is yung mismong na kay R. Pero kung hindi nga, mas okay yung I square R sa series connection ng coil natin. So, gamitin natin tong formula ng I square R. So, Q cap total is equal to I square. So, 5 square and then R. That is the P old. The tangent theta old is the tangent 60.03 and then i-minus natin yung tangent nung manggagaling sa new power factor, our cosine of 0.95. So this will be the Q cap total. So 5 raised to 2 times 10. Tapos tangent ni 60.03 minus tangent nung arc cosine 0.95. 351.366. 351.366 var. Take note of the connection. Laging ganun, no? After isolve yung Q-cap, what is the connection of the capacitor na ilalagay? So, kung babasahin natin mabuti ang ating problem, hindi iyan three-phase. So, we are considering a single-phase load, kaya ang idadagdag nating capacitor is connected din in single phase. And kapag sa single phase, the V phase is equal to the V line and the Q phase is yung mismong total na rin, di ba? Balikan natin. Ito yon. So kapag single phase, ganyan. So kunin natin ngayon yung XC. V square, meron bang binigay? So 100 raised to 2 over yung 351.366 mismo. Ulitin na, no need to divide 3 kasi nasa single phase. So 100 squared over 351.366. So this is the x, 28.46. And solving for the c, 1 over 2 pi, the given f is 60, and then ang nasolve natin na x is, ayan, 1 over 2 times pi times f times the answer. So in micro, 93.2. So 93.2 microfarad. So ayan na, tapos na yung PF correction. Malinaw naman ba kung paano natin isosolve?